Hey, it's Dean. I'm back again, multi-genre music man. Thanks to my good friend Seth Ambergy. He sent me. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Last night, he had got a hold of me and asked me if I wanted to be on his podcast, which I'd love to be on his podcast. But I happened to have gone out. It was a one night a week. I go out with some friends, and I was out with some friends when it happened. And it was going to be somebody that I had reviewed yesterday, which was Dr. Mann. I did one of his songs yesterday, which happens to be the same song he sung last night, and they wanted me to review it again, but live, which I am going to be on his podcast and do that. But because I was not at home, not near my recorder or anything like that, I couldn't be on last night. But I want to play you, with his permission, Seth's giving me permission, and if you want to watch this whole interview, it's right on Seth's Daily Podcast. Look that up, and you can. And it's it was done just last night. The Doctor Mann interview. But I have one little piece I want to play at the beginning. That something that was said that I want you to hear, and then I'll go to the song and I'll play the rest of it, rest of the video, because it's just the song, and then they talk a couple minutes afterwards. So here we go. Here's the part I wanted you to hear that I thought was really, really cool that they said.
As culture as it gets.
No eyes, bro.
Yeah, man. Definitely love your song "Stubborn Mule" for sure, man. And somebody else liked it as well last night. Multi-genre music man.
Multi-genre music man, he said. He was mentioning how I had done and he actually said something back, I believe.
He loved your song, man.
Yeah, that's epic. I love that because I was really worried about, well, not worried, but I was kind of curious as to how the music could go down being like my version of like psychedelic country.
And I guess he does have an album out right now. This is just the first song on that album. That's why he's trying to promote it. So anyway, I thought it was really cool that a podcast and this guy's a singer. He's actually got a record deal and everything. Is mentioning my podcast, so that made me kind of excited right there. And I'm gonna get to be on his podcast, so I can't wait for that. And then he did when he sent me this, he sent me the timestamp of when the song come on. Now, like I said, you can go and watch the entire thing if you want, right on Seth's Daily Podcast, and you can watch the whole entire interview if you want. It's only like 15 minutes long. But right around here is where he starts to sing the song.
Yeah.
Now, just so you know, it's the same song as yesterday. It's called Stubborn Mule, but I wanted to play this version because it's live. You can actually see him singing it, playing the guitar, everything. He said it was a little bit shorter version, only because I think he, in the middle of it, woke his baby up. And so he shortened it just a little bit so he could stop, and so the baby would quit crying. And it wasn't you couldn't hear the baby crying, but you didn't want to make the baby cry. But anyway, so I wanted you to hear this live. I really like this song a lot, and it's his first single off his new album. And again, this is Dr. Mann. So this is off the Seth's Daily Podcast. If you want to go watch the entire thing, so here we go.
Want me to play it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Say foolish things when we cry. Words don't mean but don't be goodnight. God's got a hold on me. I wish I could go back in time and say it right things look you and I apologize. Your tears come up inside. So come here, darling.
I'm opening it up because I have permission from him to use this, so there's no copyright issues. Both men in this video gave me permission to use this, so there won't be any copyright issues.
So take the lead, you're bound by my tongue. 'Cause I'm tired of being the stubborn mule. And
I gotta tell you, I've been known to have this problem. I mentioned it the last time I heard this song. of being a stubborn mule in a relationship. You know, when you're in a relationship, it's supposed to be give and take, but instead, you know, you stand fast and say, no, it's gonna be my way or nothing. And this is kind of what he's singing about. You know, he's tired of being that stubborn mule.
See you riding on your car. It's a pointless picking for points of proof. At least I was feeling blue, 'cause I'm a stubborn fool, and I'm tired again.
Oh, that's when the baby woke up like that.
Cause I'm a fleeting hot-fire girl, you're my desire. And I'm fighting the wolf with a freight train heart, and I'm walking on a wire. And girl, you soften me, and my rough edges you have paint. And I'm a strong piece of old girl, we carved out names.
Done that before.
So come here, darling, in my arms, I'll take the lead, you're my soul. 'Cause I'm tired of being stubborn, you. Who's taking me to the time? See you riding on your own. It's a pointless picking for the points of proof.
I love his voice. I actually can't wait to hear the rest of the album. He said this is just the first song off the album, so I can't wait to hear the album. I think if you listen to the whole podcast, he actually tells you where you can download at least this song, maybe even the whole album. So I may have to look into doing that.
Please, I was feeling blue, 'cause I'm a stubborn fool, and I'm sorry that you. Yeah. I played that one a bit shorter because I think I just woke the baby up.
So that's the review for the song. I mean, I absolutely still love the song just like I did yesterday. I just really wanted you guys to hear it live. And I'll let you hear the end of the conversation that they have here. It's just like a minute or two long. Yep, 2 minutes long.
Definitely appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. You hear that okay?
Yes, sir, man. It turned out good. You did a good job, man. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's I forgot to mention too on that song I've got an American country artist, female called Savannah Gardner. She does the female vocals on that track as well. But she's actually based in London now.
I wondered yesterday when I heard this, I could hear a woman in the background, but I didn't see anything on the label under anybody else for vocals, so that's why I couldn't tell you yesterday who the background was because I at the time didn't know.
But yeah, she's from California. I mean. She's a great country singer.
That's awesome, man.
And, yeah, so that's one, and I've got a couple more singles coming out. One at the end of January, and then another one at the end of February.
Definitely, people need to check that out for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man. I want to thank Dr. Mann for being on, and his links will be in the description. Definitely check out his songs coming out at the end of January. And yeah, I definitely appreciate him being on and doing a great performance. That multi-genre music, man, definitely will be reacted.
Yeah, he's a legend too.
Absolutely, man. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.
He said, I definitely will react. And yes, here I am to react. It was a great... I watched the actual entire conversation they had, and it was a great conversation. I just didn't want to record the whole thing. It was like 15 minutes long. I don't know how long I'm allowed to do for these short videos I do, where I do like 15 a day. I don't know if they cut you down if you do longer ones or not. I don't know how that works. I gotta look into that. But yeah, again, Dr. Mann, you want to watch out for him. He's got an album out now. I think he said he's been singing since the '90s or whatever. So he's had albums out before. I know he said he sang with Avril Lavigne once, so he was on tour with her or something like that. So yeah, watch the actual podcast. His podcasts are great. Again, that's Seth's Daily Podcast. Make sure you watch it on there. If don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe down below if you haven't already. Share this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or send it to your friend on an email. Any way you can do it. And please, if I didn't say it already, subscribe. Please subscribe. I need subscriptions. Thank you. And otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you to both Dr. Mann and to Seth Ambergy for sending this to me. And I'll definitely be on your podcast someday soon, and we'll get to hang out and talk. I appreciate it. So until next time, this is Dean saying, have a nice day.